friends, it's your friend Patrick Nketia right here, and today we are going to talk about a very important topic. And let me just hit you in. It's talking about why Black diaspora shouldn't think they are not liked by Africans. In other words, you can say that Africans like her diaspora. We will need the Black diaspora to come and join with the locals so that we can create the Africa that we want. The purpose of this very video is just to debunk the propaganda that is going on that Black Americans are not liked by Africans when they come home. So to break it down for you, let's take it like this. Even the prodigal son was treated well by their parents. When they saw him come back, they will welcome you. Why? Because the bond, ancestral bond that you have, which is also going to strengthen you and ground you. You need it. Very, very important. So they also want to take advantage of you, because if we talk about the inventions that Black diaspora has done for America and Europe, we have people who have talked about sustainability, about peanuts. Back a while, Washington Carver, that man, interesting documentary about him. There are people who formed the Black Wall Street. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could go on, the traffic, you just drop a comment if you know of any Black leader or Black diaspora who created something for America, so that we can all understand where we are coming from. So drop that in the comment section for us. Drop a name and what the person did. Drop it in the comments for us. So when I'm talking about this, it's not anything new, because over the years, Africa has been challenged, and we have been challenged in various ways. We've got our leaders being killed, and people who are messengers, I will use that word, and when they send the message out there, who are going to challenge the minds of the people, but other people are threatened and they tend to hold them. So today, I am going to give us 5 leaders who were talking about the Black diaspora to come back home. Yes, come back home and help support Black Africa in order to rise, to construct itself. 1, Marcus Garvey was the loudest and the earliest Pan-Africanist. Is actually the founder, who was then pushing for, his slogan was Africa for Africans, and that either you are home or abroad, you have a role to play. Marcus Garvey formed the Universal Negro Improvement Association, and this institution was basically for racial pride and economic independence and plan for Africa's repatriation. You can watch a documentary about Marcus Garvey and you will understand. So when he pushed and even had a Black Star Line, which was ready to push people even from Europe down to Africa. We happen to know that Ghana is the first country to have independence, and the man who led that charge was Nkrumah, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the Osage, and he was influenced by the loudest and the earliest mouth, that I would say Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And Nkrumah was pushing for this agenda, and even during the Independence Day of Ghana, he made a point and said, the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is totally linked with the total liberation of Africa. By this, you will understand him.
The world can be done unless it has the purported support of God. We have done the battle, and we again rededicate ourselves not only in the struggle to emancipate other territories in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent.
And when he started with his leadership tenure, you could understand that he had the regional bloc in perspective. His policies and actions was not geared only towards Ghana, but also he supported other African countries. And he was making a point for African leaders to have it in their minds that when we are divided, we are weak, and when we come when we come together, we are strong. There is this that I cannot really fathom, because when in Ghana, there was a time when Nkrumah was pushing that we should have independence now, and there were another faction which was saying that we should have incremental progress. It's the same thing that AU, African Union, is doing. African Union wants incremental progress. However, when we insist we can have the united Africa, yes, but they are making it. No, that's why people refer to them as a toothless bulldog. When Nkrumah was pushing that agenda outside, you know who responded? W.E. Du Bois was the most influential African American intellectual. And his point was also that the fate of Black Africa and Black America is intertwined. You cannot go away with one or the other. He supported the Pan-African unity and also pushed for strong institutions. So another person that I will talk about is Malcolm X. Malcolm X also, through his life, one time visited Ghana, and he visited Nkrumah. And during their conversations, they had deep conversation. Mike also said that you can't separate the Black Revolution from the African Revolution. So now you can understand, our people who were sent there faced some serious struggle with civil rights movement and all that. And we also here with colonization and imperialism and neo-colonialism and all, you can understand. So the two environments has shaped each other. We are less developed in Africa, whilst they are also developed, but a lot of things also goes on. Prejudice and many subtle devices that have been used to push the Black diaspora to the wall. They have not been helped economically and all that. They have struggled. We need to support them. We need to sympathize with them. We need to share solidarity for our brothers. Then the last person I will say is Haile Selassie, Ethiopia. You know, Ethiopia was the only country which was not colonized. So Haile Selassie was also pushing for Africans' independence and pride. Yes, so he also said a key statement that he made: until the philosophy which holds that one race is superior and another is inferior is finally and permanently discredited or abandoned, there will be war. This statement was used by Bob Marley during his one of his music. You would understand, tribal war. So you can understand all our leaders have made it a point that to tell us that Black diaspora and the African continent are intertwined. We can never go in separate ways. So we need to understand, and in this context and in this our time, we need to find a ways that either we are going to go strong and hard for our independence, for the unification of Africa, for our freedom. It's about time. Let's keep in touch. Serious videos about the AU and the agenda they set for 2063, and you need to know 2063 until that Africa can have its unification. Think about that. Anything I have, drop in the comment section, and see you in the next one.